We're
Now.
live. We did
Hello.
it.
We did it. We did it.
We did it. We did
Success.
it. We did it. Yay!
Hello,
Everyone can
everyone.
hear us. There's no audio issues. This is the first time we've been playing
No,
live in 2 weeks. Holy crap.
2 or 3 or what? Is it
I don't know. I don't know.
a long time?
It's been a while.
Been a while.
It's
Been a while. Yes.
I said it. I was immediately like, don't. It's fine.
It must be done.
No worries. It must be done. But yes. Hi, hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Martyr, episode 88. We said yes. I had to double check them because I immediately forgot.
Yes.
Jesse got that right. Wasn't me, it was Jesse. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the session here. It's been a couple of weeks, so I'm pretty excited. I hope that everyone else is excited too to jump back into the swing. Before we do that though, just want to quickly touch on some folks that help keep us going here on Friends Who Roll Dice. You will see their logos around at the bottom of the screen here. You would have seen the Dice Envy sponsorship or affiliate link pop up into the chat in just a moment, and the little advert that played before. Go ahead and check them out. Grab yourself some nice dice, whether they be just your simple kind of run of the mill. You want some pretty colors for your clicky clacky maths rocks, and that's it. Or whether you want to go ahead and grab some of the more themed sets, perhaps. They even do some sets based on some incredible members of the community. So you should go ahead and check them out at Dice Envy. You should also go ahead and check out one of our other affiliates, Grinding Coffee Co. Grinding Coffee Co. is a Black LGBT plus owned coffee company. They're fantastic. They support a whole bunch of people in the community, a whole bunch of streamers. Yeah, they are so supportive of a lot of people's work and what they do, and the product they make is fantastic. I'm always thrilled to grab whatever grinding coffee I can. The Unsurprisingly, the cowboy themed sets are my favorite, but that's only because they're like chocolate and very sweet, and they're very great.
That's not the only reason. You're lying.
Look,
Tell us
I'm
the
nothing
truth. They
if
come
not
with little cowboy
predictable.
hats, right?
I am
Do they say
nothing if
yeehaw
not
when you open it?
Yeehaw! Every
You're
cup.
my favorite deputy.
There's a snake in my boot. You open it up, like you start pouring out the coffee, and a little tumbleweed comes out. Yes, I know but they're really good. That's the point. Go check out Grinding Coffee Co. You can go ahead and pick up whatever kind of blends you want, or you can go ahead and pick up a sample pack if you're not too sure and you want to kind of dip into a few different flavors and see what's up. So yeah, FWRD will get you some money off of your order. You'll be supporting an independent business, and you'll be supporting the channel. So yeah, go ahead and check them out. And of course, we are a Roll20 ambassador stream. Roll20 is an online tool set that allows you to bring pen and paper RPGs online, on the screen, into the virtual world. And they're fantastic. There is a whole marketplace that you can go ahead and check out for fully converted RPGs, or even just asset packs, maps and tokens and props and things like that. You can go ahead and sign up for free, jump into a game straight away with your players or with your GM, and get started straight away and start using those tools. Or you can go ahead and sign up for a pro package and get a whole bunch of bonus features to upgrade your game just that little bit more to the next level in terms of presentation. I'm quite bad at using them, but every now and then I like to dive in, and I will always find a new button to press and be like, oh, how does this work? What does this do? And then usually forget it exists for a little bit, to be honest. But yes, go ahead and do a far better job than I do. check them out at roll20.net. Grab yourself an account, get yourself started, or go ahead and jump on the marketplace and grab a fully converted TTRPG that you can just slot into the software. So yeah, go ahead and check them out. Roll20.net. This is how we roll. All right, sweet. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive in to the session here. So, last we left off, I'm not going to be mean and just spring a recap on you. I'll go through it real quick. Last we left off, the group had returned back to Scythia, had a meeting with Queen Elwyn herself, had regaled the last few days of events, and a mixture of stress, worry, and very obvious frustration across the Queen as you recited a lot of the information you've learned, a lot of the exposition you've picked up across the last few days. And a plan was indeed formed. You were told that the forces across the planet are becoming increasingly aware of incursions and abnormalities and anomalies that are popping up throughout Vega. While protecting their own people is obviously of the highest priority, there's also an understanding that, once again, the groups will have to work a little closer together to ensure that nothing becomes too out of hand as your continued investigations and the research being done by many, many members across the realm at this point, trying to find out how best to tackle this interplanar threat. You were presented with an option. 3 different small campaigns that you would be able to take on yourselves and follow to its conclusion to the best of your abilities. And having looked over these 3 options, you decided to retread familiar ground, to take the mission that would bring you back to Zenri and back to where the first abduction had started, bringing a new friend along with you in Hiroki, and investigating the building aggression in a lot of the wildlife, the uncharacteristic attacks that seem to be happening on a supply line that is barren at best, but with one of the main cities on that supply line completely emptied at this point, the attacks are even more strange. And so you were asked to go ahead and investigate, and you did indeed take up that mantle, as it were. While beginning your preparations before you left, you paid a visit to Logan, the interesting interplanar individual that seems to be connected to a lot of what is happening here. With a small discussion and a little bit more information learned, Nawi, yourself,
Decided to run down the hallway again, is what Nawi decided.
Something like that, yes. Nawi, after gaining permission, you attempt to meld with Logan's mind, trying to pull what memories you can, and with some assistance from a few of your allies, and deciding it is perhaps too dangerous to risk one of your newfound friends and locking Hiroki out of the situation. It is just you and Logan's thoughts in this space.
I feel like someone or multiple of us cast like enhance ability or something?
Indeed.
Too? Okay.
Indeed. Yes, there are multiple spells on the go to assist you in this endeavor. Speaking of which, we're gonna open up straight away with a wisdom save for Naui.
For me,
Mm-hmm.
a wisdom save, you say? I
Yes,
already have
please.
advantage on those, so I get super advantage.
Get an instant nat 20.
Do I get it? Do I get four? Do I just roll 60, 20? 18. 18.
Nice.
That's it. That's all you get. Just a nice.
So, yeah, that's it. All right, session over. Thanks, guys. So, as kind of stated before, this connection is a little more difficult for you, as this is a plane that you're unfamiliar with for the most part. You do indeed, with both your own natural skills and the support of your allies and their more emotional support and their magical assistance here, you manage to push through into this uncomfortable realm. You're used to people's memories being internal manifestations, sure, but also quite kind of like open areas, kind of theaters almost that create in front of you. But as you break through this barrier, it's almost like you're entering this quagmire, this horrible dank swamp of sorts, of just black and purple. The air is very thick around you. It's very cloistered and not quite suffocating, but uncomfortable, like being left in a hot room with no aircon. It's very humid. Is there anything that would particularly drive you here? Is there any kind of specific memory that you're hunting for? Or is it more just a more general overview of things?
I'm trying to remember. I did this because Mara asked a very specific question that Logan couldn't remember. But
I
now
expect Rochelle to remember because
no, I
that was
don't.
a month ago.
No, I don't. I was like, no, it's been like 3 weeks, so now none of us remember.
Oh
We-
no! Someone watched the pod.
Shoot.
No, I mean,
I think you were just trying to restore his
yeah,
mind
I'm trying.
in general.
I'm trying
because
to. Yeah.
I don't know what caused the amnesia. We were talking about the cone.
The cone
Yeah,
of
the
someone else
cone.
is in there. Yeah, I'm
Them
just.
being
Yeah, I
in
mean,
there and kicking
Yeah, if
out.
someone else was in there with Logan and if they came out, and how long Logan was in the cone, I
yeah.
think was like kind of the
Right.
I'm like
where we
Coldplay.
were.
Like, let's take it back to the start. Like, I'm trying to restore
Okay.
Logan's memories, but since it's neurons, it's all at light speed, so it's gonna be like 4 minutes for the group.
Okay.
I just said neurons exist in this world.
So let's. Okay, cool. Wading through this swamp of energy almost, but not quite. You begin to feel the slightest pushbacks, these small kind of psychic ripples. They're not aggressively striking you or anything, but they're enough to kind of create a struggle, almost as if you're fighting against the tide. Having magical assistance, and having some good rolls from now and before, there is a memory that strikes you as fragmented, but with a little effort, you can kind of push through and see what this actually is. And connecting to your questions about the artifact and the relic, you can see this large grassy temple. And I do mean grassy in this particular instance. It's not moss that covers the walls, it's these huge sections of grass and reeds. It's very enclosed. There's no light that seems to be coming through, but the area still seems quite bright. You can't quite pinpoint where the light itself is coming from. And there's simply this open area. There's like 2 flights of steps leading up to this small plinth with a little lectern and the cone itself resting on top. But the cone is empty. You can immediately tell that there's no magical connection at all. It's just a box at this point. You see a few individuals discussing, but they're kind of like this amorphous purple. You can't quite place the form. Do you push further?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the cone, have I? Because Logan was already in Jude's head by the time I got here, so I don't even think I know what that is.
I don't think
Mara and
can't
I
remember.
took
No,
care of it. I don't
yeah.
think you've seen it.
I don't think Naomi's seen it.
So I don't think I have a reason to I don't think Naui has anything that pings us like that's something dangerous.
Oh no.
Okay, so Jack and Nolly both cannot be around dangerous objects.
I push forward. I'm like, let's take it back to the start.
Just
There's
a
still somewhere to
pyramid.
go.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Listen, mine stuff is my thing. Like, fucking square up.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder, because it's been
Yes.
a while.
Been a while.
Languages.
What?
Languages. What do you speak?
Oh, wow, yeah, I've
Sorry,
asked me that in
don't
forever.
have my
No.
my post-it.
Common, Draconic, Primordial, Sylvan, Elvish, Kiori, which is like the spirit language.
Kalashtar language, yeah.
Yeah, which I assume was just like I was gonna be like that's just what they speak in the Vale.
What languages don't you
Which is
speak?
valid.
Abyssal, Infernal.
Everything else.
I will sit here and list the other 30 languages in this game if you want me to. I know them.
Okay. There is a conversation happening between these 2 individuals, and as you're pushing further into the memory, trying to grasp the information, everyone outside, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
What?
I don't.
Good luck.
Oh, shoot.
17?
Saving throw?
Is that a?
Intelligence saving throw.
13.
I believe in you.
Did I just get a nat 20?
Let's go.
Does that help somebody else too?
Doesn't help Mara.
I did. I got a
needed to
nat
make
20.
Nice. You needed to make a 13.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, I think that's what I rolled is 13, right?
Wait, 5 plus.
Yeah, 13.
You can do it. I believe in you.
So anyone who failed takes 8 points of psychic damage. Anyone who succeeded takes 4.
What's
As
happening?
as Hiroki, you are pushed out, and you kind of mention this to the rest of the party, and the events of the last episode kind of end, and this one begins. You watch the connection between Nawi and Logan. You can see Logan's eyes closed and very rapidly flittering underneath the eyelids. Nawi, as you push, there's a slightest bit of resistance that thankfully you are more than trained enough to push past, but you feel it almost push through and over you. And as it does so, there's this small psychic pulse that kind of comes across the room, a very physical, small thread of purplish energy that kind of just and disperses as quickly as it appeared. But it strikes you all, and you feel this horrendous migraine set in for just a moment. Some of you handle it better than others, but there's this immediate sense of nausea and pain and almost this being knocked off balance. What do you all do as this strikes you?
I feel like Dawn doesn't react to it too much, just like a wince. And she's gonna turn to Hiroki. She's running down the hallway, isn't she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack would like reach out to just kind of like hold everybody else at the same time, just kind of like to see if everybody else felt something as well. Or just her.
Mara winces like big time, like because how she died last time was psychic damage too.
Oh.
So her migraines are acting up.
Oh no.
But then she casts Intellect Fortress on Akemi, Dewan, and Jacaranda and drops her enhance ability. So you guys now have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws and resistance to psychic damage.
Wow, awesome.
Yay! I feel
Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like Mara needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mara, she didn't cast it on herself.
Oh,
Don't have
She's
that.
protecting the group because that's what she do.
Dawn's just gonna go over to Nawi, even though she's currently in this mental path, and put like a hand on her arm, not to snap her out or anything, just like a comforting, like, hey, and send down the group, the private, the DM, like, just be careful wherever you're going.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I
You're
don't
just
know.
yelling into a void.
The message carries over, but it's like talking to someone on the phone in one ear and then having another phone ring trying to answer it, and you're listening to, but like it's very just.
Yeah, I've seen that scene in Steam Universe.
Yeah, exactly. It's manageable, but it's not pleasant.
No, I think it's very much like a look over my shoulder and then go back to what I was doing kind of thing. I think it's like a make sure you didn't somehow get in here and then I keep going.
Okay.
I think Hiroki, after seeing like kind of surveying and noticing that like Mara seemed to like be most affected, he's gonna go over and let's give Mara a little healing light. So 1d6. I don't have a d6. Yes, I do. 4 points.
Right?
I would say thank you. I needed that.
You can't just protect yourself or your friends. Sometimes you have to protect yourself too.
I'll be okay. I'm used to it by now.
I don't think it's something you want to be used to, but hopefully this helps a little.
Okay.
While we're
Oh.
doing this, actually, I'm gonna cast Death Ward on Nawi. Just in case.
Just
I don't
in
know.
case.
Okay.
Cool. Got ya. Excellent. Okay. So, Nawi. These creatures are speaking in a language that you don't speak. But even though these creatures are otherworldly, there is enough of a psychic connection to make out a little of what they're saying. And as you get a little closer, their forms become less amorphous and begin to take on a similar shape to the creature that you battled at the throne room a while ago. Less necrotic, more of a living, if still leathery specimen, or both before you. One of them with very very kind of pearl-ish skin almost. It's not quite as opulent, but still very much that kind of tonality. The other one has a very deep, vibrant purple. As they're discussing and you look up, one of them actually looks towards the plinth itself, and you catch the slightest. There's nothing that can be done. Despite everything we tried, it seems like the paths are indeed laying before us. There's only so much conversation and words can continue to stay in many people's hands. I'm hoping, we're hoping, this may lessen the need for our own losses. I know that you haven't exactly been initiated in our ways for too long, and looks back towards this individual. But considering everything and your natural affinity, and considering the amount of time, or lack thereof, you were chosen as the best candidate. I'm sorry to spring this decision on you suddenly, but it is for the good of all of our people. You see, as they're talking, as they're saying this, there's the slightest movement of one of their hands, just the slightest kind of like almost tracing a little circle with their finger, and there's this small kind of purple pinkish energy that kind of dances between the fingers, and the individual that they're looking at pauses and nods, and understand the risks. May this bring us victory. And as that individual breaks away and takes a few steps forward, you watch their entire form suddenly just as they almost instantly shrink down rapidly to this small worm tadpole-esque creature that seems to slowly climb up across the pedestal, up across this relic, and slowly slides into the top. The other individual seems to be standing there watching this happen, turning themselves around, and wipes a little bit of sweat from their brow. Well, that's part one. Once a traitor, always a traitor. And they also and enter in the relic afterwards.
Neither of those two sounded like Logan, correct? My ears are correct in that they didn't sound like Logan. As I understand Logan now.
As they no, yeah,
Okay.
no, definitely not.
The memory kept going as okay. Can I insight check this like recording on if they meant themselves or the traitor, or if that first, because now here's where I'm at. The memory kept going when the first person got in, so the second person must have been Logan because the memory would have ended. So can I insight check if they meant the first one or the like?
You don't need an insight check to figure out that this second individual is indeed Logan. The logic is sound on that.
I'm trying to figure out if they're calling themselves a traitor and they're getting in to like assassinate this person, or if they're saying the first person's a.
Sure. Okay. Roll an insight check.
Because like they're calling someone a traitor, and now I remember people were like, "Oh, they're two people," and Logan's like, "I don't know," and I'm like, "Oh, maybe there were," but Logan was like, "I'm gonna fucking turncoat, bless." Because I have nothing to insight, so that is a hot 18 on the die. Oh no, I lied. Sorry, I thought insight was a charisma. I have a synthetic 20.
Okay.
Synthetic 20. Ooh.
It seems like Logan is calling this individual a traitor, which seems to track, considering what you've heard about Logan before and the fact that he was quite involved in the politics between the two factions.
Yeah. Is there anywhere for me to move forward past this cone to go back more?
Sure. As this...
Or wait. I look inside the cone.
Okay.
I want to see what happened.
Okay. Stepping up the stairs, up to the plinth. First of all, I need everyone else to roll me another intelligence saving.
He just brain blasting the room.
Wow.
Natural 20.
Let's
natural 20
go.
this time.
14.
16.
It's a 20. It's a nat 20
And
again.
Let's go.
you all had advantage.
Oh shoot, I didn't use it.
Oh,
I
right,
mean,
advantage.
it's fine.
I mean, I got a nat 20.
Nat
Yeah.
20.
Exactly.
Let's go. I refuse to hurt my friends. You guys will be fine. I got it. I'm so good at damage control.
3 points if you succeeded, 6 points if you failed.
We have resistance now too, right? So
We get 1 point.
1 point.
1 point.
If you succeeded. 3 points if you failed.
Rolled in player's favor.
Dink.
Oh man, let's go. Yeah, I want to see. So my intent is to see what happened and to go. I'm going to go until you tell me I can't go anymore. To let you know, Ray.
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh
So there's
no.
another gush of that wind, that energy almost as you step up. You now see the cone itself. Having been the first time you've seen it, there is indeed this writing scrawled across in a language that you do not understand. But you can also see that this artifact is made from an amalgamation of materials and technology and organic parts as well. Sections of the artifact almost seem to pulse as if it's got its own heartbeat of sorts. Not pleasant. Taking a look inside, you see, as it is still open, you see a little like metallic section underneath this small creature. You only see one of them. You can assume that the other is stored underneath that floor of sorts. That's all there is. It's just the creature and a small metallic floor of sorts.
There's just one though.
You can only see one. As I say,
Okay.
you assume the other is underneath because where the wall sits, where the compartment sits, isn't the bottom of the cone. So
The cone also had stuff engraved on it, right? So
yes,
right? Yeah. So
yeah.
you could
There's a
see.
whole bunch of stuff engraved in a language you don't speak.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I would push. Now he's going to push on until something tries to stop her, and then try and stop it, and
Okay. It seems
until
like
she
as
gets
you've-
kicked out or called somehow. So
I would say, can Nawi feel Dawan's hand on her arm? Like, could that act as a tether? Or is Nawi like totally disconnected from her physical body right now?
This is a bit more than just a psychic connection. This is
Yeah.
like trying to delve into someone's memories, which is a very sensory
Yeah.
situation. So
I'm 11 in
probably
Stranger
not.
Things. My body exists technically.
Yes.
Okay, but even 11 had the radio where she could hear Mike.
Well, we didn't bring a radio, did we?
Well, that's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
we
I'm-
did. They're called Lupa. You could always send a message through Lupa.
Sure.
Okay.
Lupa's with me everywhere. She'll listen to you, so.
Okay. You very quickly begin to see the walls kind of glitch and flicker and begin to kind of break away, signaling the end of this particular memory. You don't know how far you can push it further.
Does it feel like there's no more memory to go to? Like, is it so what I'm trying to figure out is there no more memory for Logan to be able to recall? Has Logan's memory been magically or some other way like erased from, as if it's not that like it's been modified, but like it's not there. There's nothing to get because it's been taken.
Okay. I get where you're coming from. Manipulating your abilities and kind of checking the timeline of sorts. Whatever event happened here, the next memory is far, far, far later. There is nothing in between. There's no sign of damage for those ones. There's no sign of like them being taken. It's just a gap in memory. You do remember a few conversations that Logan had with you, saying that they had been sealed inside of the relic. So you imagine that's probably just what happened here. You could, however, attempt to push back further.
Mhm.
And there are multiple fragmented memories, just like this one.
Mhm.
Whether they've been magically altered or just a result of being sealed for so long, you're probably not in tune enough to know for sure. But there is a collection of memories before, probably just 2 or 3 before things kind of murk into a mist.
I want to stress test Naui, I guess, and try to send a message out. What I want to have happen is send the message out through Lupa, where Lupa walks into the room and opens her mouth, and my voice just comes out. And I want to try and ask the group a question. So, what do I need to do to try and stress test the PC that is Naui Bright Scale?
Roll me a spellcasting check.
$21.
Okay. Back to the group here. For you, this is just a few seconds, as there's another weak kind of psychic pulse. This time you're more than prepared and manage to shake things off with very minimal damage. You see Naui's eyes start to flicker also underneath the eyelids. Logan's continue. You hear a disgruntled discomfort from Lupa suddenly. Out of nowhere. Before Lupa's eyes flash a bright luminescent green. What do you want to say now?
Lupa's mouth just opens. It does not move as if she's talking.
Is it like Stitch in that scene with the record player?
Yes.
That's exactly what I was
Okay. Okay.
How much do we want to know?
I think that one's gonna jump out of her skin a little bit. Just like a whoa. Everything, right? As
They're
much
like, everything.
as much as you can learn safely.
And you just restore it and not view it. I don't want you caught there.
I think all is said back is all right, and then Lupa goes back to normal.
I did not think about the possibility of being stuck there.
I was told all of it, so all right, Ray. If you want to do some stuff with them, now he's going on a field trip.
Safely.
I haven't found anything dangerous yet.
That you know of.
yeah, I know of. Yeah, so.
Safely for us. No, it's fine.
Oh no. And
You
I
can
don't
leave the
heal
room.
anymore.
You could go talk to Sinclair.
No,
That one's
None of us is
by
leaving the room.
You don't know that we're also getting damaged by
No, I
this.
have no
You're
idea.
not
No
going to
clue.
find out unless
Okay.
it becomes an issue.
So Naui, you are just pushing straight through
Yep.
and trying to find out as much as you can.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone who currently has a spell
Oh
cast
boy.
on Naui needs to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
I do not have a spell cast on Maui.
Oh, we get it's a straight roll because we have intellect fortress, right? Is
I
that, or is it because it's wisdom saving?
Wisdom save, yeah.
I believe my enhance ability was cast on Hiroki.
I have death ward.
Yes, yes, it was.
Yeah. So
That-
That
That's gonna
might
be-
just be Jacaranda, unless Hiroki has
Oh yeah, I'm good. 21.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything on now.
Let's go wisdom
No.
builds.
A Chemi cast greater restoration on
Logan.
That's
Logan.
the one.
Logan.
Yes, on Logan. Cool. Okay.
21.
I went here raw dog and I'm fine.
Lupus mouth closes.
you've got a death ward. I would say it's a spiritual
Tyler
condom.
doesn't know that.
Yeah, that happened after.
Lupus mouth closes. And she returns, still a bit disgruntled, back and kind of lays back down and returns back to a more neutral position. You don't even really have a chance to talk to each other before you see a soft lilac light enter the room. Jacaranda, you are suddenly thrown through all of your memories at once. You, within an instant, are pulled not only through your own past, but the past of every single story you've ever heard. It's faster than a slideshow. It's within an instant. You don't even have a chance to ponder on anything before the next thing comes up. And very quickly, as this lilac begins to change, it almost becomes this strobing colored light as these fireflies that you've seen around Jacaranda before begin to kind of flicker and twist. Feel better than that. As this begins, you calm, compose yourself, and within a moment, shake yourself free of that influence. You actually watch as both Logan and Nawi rock slightly in place from where that effect has been shaken off. The lights stop. Within just a few seconds, this happens. You are perfectly fine. I'm back in the room.
What's weird?
Are you all right? There were lights.
Yeah, I'm okay. I just saw like everything that I've ever seen before.
I'm sorry, you said you're all right?
I mean, physically. That was weird.
Are you in pain?
No, just I'm confused a little bit. That's never happened before. I wonder what that was about. Do you think that's like this? Like have to do with this thing?
When you're saying this thing, are you like
Pointing at Logan
gesturing at Logan
Yeah.
and Naui?
Yeah.
This thing?
Do you think that's like a
likely, unless it's a side effect of your conversation with Ty.
I mean, we
I
kind of
would
did go
assume
there
it's- has to
too,
do-
but not like that. That was Huh. Weird. Okay.
Spell's still there?
Is what still there?
Your spell.
I believe so. Can I feel my spell?
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, your magical connection is indeed still there.
Yep. Still there.
What is going on between the two of them?
Now, roll me a wisdom save.
A natural 20 for 22.
Always know it with the dramatic natural 20s. I love it.
Thankful for my own advantage. The first one was a 1.
You find yourself in this huge open marble. The word has suddenly escaped me, and I didn't write down this specific word because, of course, I didn't. The open air, like Greek-esque buildings with the pillars and the roof on
Amphitheater?
the top.
Amphitheater?
Yeah,
Or...
it's got like a really specific name, but
Oh.
it's an amphitheater basically. That's
Oh.
it's a.
Oh.
Oh, it's gonna annoy me, but it's one of those. It's an amphitheater.
Coliseum?
I want to say Pantheon, but I don't think that's what it's called. That's gonna irritate me. I'm gonna have to Google it
Parthenon?
later. Parthenon. That's the
What is it?
one.
Parthenon.
Parthenon. Yes.
Parthenon.
There we go. The like stereotypical like many pillars with the hat over the top. The entire thing is also open air. It's in Hercules and a bunch of other Greek stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much that kind of building. It's a little strange and a little more rugged, so to speak. They're more just like uneven pillars of stone that have kind of created this quite large amphitheater. Perfect word. You immediately see a lot of these individuals, 30, 40, 50, all in different elevations in sections across these banisters that the pillars have created. And it very much looks like a courtroom of sorts with a lot of people arguing and deliberating. You can very clearly see a aggressive schism between these two sides as two individuals are looking out towards their respective sides and looking towards each other and having some quick conversations. And as you kind of tune in a little bit to the parts of the conversation that you can hear, it's just one of the individuals kind of slams something down onto a piece of stone. You watch the stone crack under the weight. Just, I have had quite about enough of all of these excuses. We cannot be risking everything on your slightest chance of glory. We have tried for millennia at this point. We've tried to come together. We've tried to build something far greater than ourselves. We've tried to leave enough of an impact and gather enough of our strength, and here you are wanting to bet that all on a whim. And I don't care how many people you get on your side. I don't care about whatever powers that you've managed to manifest. I don't care how sweet your tongue is with all of the lies that you are spouting. while I lead us, I am not having any of these risks, of these curses brought upon any of our people. And that is my final word on the matter. They slam it down again, and the rest of the stone cracks away. There's a whole section of the floor that begins to kind of shatter and crumble as they pull what you can now see as this large black stone staff out and rests it towards the side. You hear the yells of the crowd kind of begin to come up again as they hurling insults and screaming and shouting towards each other as this other individual seems perfectly calm, standing there against this tirade. Their head kind of tilts. They look back towards this individual and the crowd, back towards. Are you quite done with your tantrum? Well then. It doesn't matter what you say. Things are already in motion. Things are already going to happen. The wheels are turning. You can either be a part of it, or you can return to the dust that we came from. Not a threat. It's already going to happen. I'm simply giving you a choice to live, rather than your eventual destruction. And trust me, the hands of fate go. The head tilts. They look you dead in the eyes, Naui. They know. There's a smile that creeps across their face. And you are shunted out of this memory by this huge wave of psychic energy. You don't even get the chance to catch yourself onto.
Was it Logan?
No. You've never seen this individual before.
So Logan was just like in the crowd. I would have like looked to like because I guess now he's like, well, I know what Logan looks like when he was purple. So I would have looked for him. He was just like somewhere in that crowd.
I'll let you have a perception check before you're booted out.
I'm really good at that one. That's 25.
Sure enough. On the side that seems to be cheering for this individual that spoke of peace and perhaps more aggressively, not risking their people, you see a slightly more familiar silhouette among them.
Logan was on the side of the person slamming their staff around.
Yes, the very angry one who was like, yeah, no, we're not going to go to war on a whim, basically.
Okay. But then I get kicked out. Where do I land? Where am I when I get kicked out? Or am I like out?
You find yourself back in this quagmire for just a moment. You have a moment to recollect your thoughts. But taking a look around, all of those shattered fragments are gone. This is just an empty space.
No, he thinks for a moment, How do I leave? It just starts focusing on trying to leave.
Okay. Everyone else?
Are you stuck again?
You see a sudden violent jerk from both individuals as they like almost like a roller coaster stopping that just kind of like forwards from both of them. They almost like butt heads. Don't quite. The flitting under both eyelids stops. And now he comes to consciousness.
Now
Does
we
Logan come to consciousness?
Logan's eyes are still closed.
as now he comes to consciousness. She takes her acid fang dagger out of her femme fatale holster and scoots close to the Logan. Hey, wake up.
His eyes dart around underneath for a moment before slowly opening up.
And it's like right against his throat.
Oh boy.
Who
Uh,
is the traitor? And why were you trying to stop them?
Traitor was my brother. He sided with Ravathun. I was not good enough to be able to talk him out of it. So I tricked him by saying that I had also understood his ways. I had joined their group for a while and had helped them come up with the plan so that the last minute I could alter some details of the plan and hopefully my brother would be the wiser. But the longer I spent inside of the relic, the longer I realized that that wasn't going to happen. Which is why I made sure that it wasn't tampered with anymore and that they were not released out of it, because because I want to protect them from him, from Aravatham, and from anyone else until eventually he realizes that he's on the wrong side of history.
No, put the dagger away. Okay. I just had to make sure. I did not have context.
Nods a few times.
I'm
He's
sorry.
still in the cone.
As far as I know, he's still in there, yes.
Who was the angry person with the stick? The big stick. The big stick.
That would be our leader. He stretches himself outwards and cracks a few bones, just, or at least he was our leader while I was still there, at the very least. They're an interesting sort. Actually, a lot younger than they seem, but yeah, they, that whole wanting to look way more mature, and you don't really look very mature when you're having a tantrum. He was right about that. It was a bit of a fear. But good person. Good enough, I guess.
So what was the plan?
Ravathun's forces had mentioned that there was someone on this plane that was more amicable to the way that they would do things. So the plan was to send 2 individuals to them to help infiltration, I guess. Weaken the barriers, have forces on both sides of it, so that when the full attack happened, we had our best chances. Basically.
We assume that's the Magic Carnum. Or someone.
That individual, I believe, we've already met. Or at least an individual masquerading as her, at the very least. You've told me plenty about Veliki and some of your friends, their encounters with them. Her and her little sect were pretty easily fooled after a few decades. Yes.
Well, frankly, everyone, Logan, you should get some rest. Thank you.
Thank you for clearing my head. I hope it's a lot less painful next time for both of us. But
I feel fine, but you should probably take a nap or something. You heard?
That's good.
Does anyone else? Did you get? Arif was fine.
We were fine. No harm here.
What?
No
What?
harm here.
But how did you do that thing with Lupa?
Lupa is me, and I am Lupa.
Oh,
When I died, we shared our souls. Well, when she died.
Speaking of that, on this trip we're taking,
Mm-hmm.
you need to tell us this story.
If you are comfortable.
I feel like Dawan just like leans around like in the back of the party grinning.
Oh, I think now he squeezes Dawan's hand hard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. But we should let Logan get some rest, and Mara wanted to find that guy she likes to know. I don't remember their name now.
Sinclair, I don't have the patience for them right now. We
That's
should
fair.
probably just get whatever we need.
On the
before
trail we
we start our
blaze.
journey.
On the trail we blaze.
Logan just nods a couple of times and then passes out in the chair. He's just
Oh.
gone. He's like, oh, nap sounds good.
Should we? Does he have quarters here? Should we return him?
We're
I think this
in
is
Are
his
we in
quarters.
his room? Okay, never
Mhm.
mind.
Yeah.
Should we
I'll
move
pick-
him to the bed?
No, he seems fine.
I'll pick up a blanket and put it on him.
The little pillow behind the head.
Just leave his TV on, don't bother. I was watching that.
I feel like that one would elevate his feet. You don't want pins and needles when you wake up.
True. True. That is always a nightmare. Okay.
Do we need to find Odeon?
For what?
Well, Odeon and Ton were tasked with watching over Logan.
Oh.
But Ton is now off.
Where we're going, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know where Odeon is.
I feel like Logan's like a free agent now that they were like.
Now that they're a diplomat for the castle.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Mara still doesn't trust the queen to keep Logan safe.
Wow.
Listen,
Wow.
she let people get in her castle. Mara's like, yeah.
With the heightened security and everything, Mara was like, I don't trust you. You don't do a good enough job.
You put people
Could have
that
taken
come here
out
as
Ramathu the
friends
first time.
in jail cells.
To be fair, there was a second time. Wasn't the first time
Right,
Harmony's
right.
people? So we still trust Harmony, so
Like,
Harmony made a full-on deal, was like, yeah, sure, it's fine. You won't bother me? Alright, deuces.
Sure, let's find Odeon.
well, and just find out what Odeon's plans are, because if he wants to be released from this duty, apparently Ton didn't care, so.
Ton's like, wait, what? You told me to do something?
I feel like Ton is a free agent.
Afraid of heights? Isn't Ton afraid of heights? I don't know why that came into my head, but I feel like that's a thing.
Random thing.
He's an owl person.
He's
that's
an
afraid of
owl
heights.
person
Yes.
that's afraid of heights. And yeah.
Yes. Yeah, let's find Odeon.
So you know from a previous conversation that Odeon currently isn't in Scythia.
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
just
Where were we
left.
told?
Yeah. So
Okay, fine.
during the break in between, people were reassigned to different tasks. Odeon is doing something. We're not entirely sure. It wasn't mentioned, but we know that they're out of Scythia at the moment. Yeah. So people were indeed reassigned. That's why Torn was sent elsewhere.
Okay, so do we want to leave from here, or do we want to go to Stonehaven and then leave the next day?
That is up to y'all.
I mean, I don't think we have anything to do in Stonehaven. My vote would be just like we could stop by Stonehaven to get our travel supplies, but I don't necessarily think that that's like a. I'm cool if we just skip past it and we're on the road.
Austin, you're not speaking. That we can hear.
I was muted. Now he's good.
Okay. Well, because we could escort the mage apprentices who are going to check people's minds as they come into the keep.
Oh, right.
Because Stonehaven's going to be used as a
like refugee
sanctuary, a refuge for people. And so the queen was going to give us people.
Sure, that sounds like a good idea, I guess.
And then we can get our stuff, and then we could leave the same day or the next day. Mara doesn't have a preference on that.
Seems fine to me.
I think the way the queen was speaking, getting going sooner would be better.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Fantastic. You're travel from Scythia to Stonehaven is pretty much uneventful, other than some very, very boring discussions with the individuals you are traveling with. You arrive more than safely to escort these individuals, and you can go ahead and be on your way.
Can I ask them a question?
On the way, yeah, Mara does question them. She interrogates them, try to get some insight to make sure these people are on the level, because she still doesn't trust the queen to do her job, because the queen is bad at it.
Jack wants to ask, so when you look into people's minds, like, do you see everything, or is it like a top layer thing? Like, how do you know? Like, what are you looking for? And like, do you know people's secrets?
One of the individuals will answer, just, well, no, not exactly. Not quite that. We don't really go poking and prodding into people's heads. That's a bit.
I thought that's what you do.
Not quite. It's a bit rude. No. We check people for planar signatures, kind of thing. You know, finding out what kind of magic is kind of latched onto someone. So it's really actually very, very easy to, if you're looking at the different kinds of magic that people are involved with, to actually see where, and begins to like pull out this huge encyclopedia and like flicking through some pages, and just, it's actually very easy to
Secrets. No, secrets.
Can you do it on me? And should I wear the mind shielding ring or not when you do this?
Oh, it's not really looking particularly into your mind, so I doubt something like that should interfere. I
But should
doubt
we
it.
try it both ways just to see how it works?
Sure thing. Well, certainly. Why don't you go ahead and keep the item attuned first and foremost, and I'll go ahead and give it a go.
I like how this turned into like a thing that Ray was just gonna hand wave past, and now it's a thing.
Now it's a thing. I'm fine with it. So as you're all traveling, they have their own like selection of horses as well. And she's riding, like, wrapped the reins around her wrist with one hand, has this huge encyclopedia open across their forearm, and is kind of like just very clumsily trying to cast a spell, looking at Hiroki occasionally, just kind of like smiling and being like, no, it's okay, we're getting there. And this whole process takes like 5 minutes of just like trying to cast and then messing it up and restarting, and suddenly just, right, yeah, this should do it. Right, stay as still as you can, I guess, and pulls this small kind of like wispy elongated thread from the book itself. Just, normally we have a bunch of apparatus to do this, so I guess this is, good luck. And it's like
Good luck.
Have fun.
throws the wisp towards you, and kind of
thought
it
spaghetti.
continues to, yeah, exactly, and it continues to come from the page and kind of create this huge, long, almost like a flowing ribbon of sorts. And as it comes towards you, it opens up almost and kind of like engulfs and washes over you, almost like a weird like curtain of wispy energy that kind of comes across. You watch as the wisp sits there for a moment around the silhouette of Hiroki, and suddenly begins to, first of all, shine these same vibrant pinkish colors that you've seen Hiroki's own magic form. And then it fades out into more of a pale sky bluish hue, with hints of kind of like a golden tonality through. And then fades. Just all right. Interesting. You've been here for a bit then. Mostly dilly-dallying around with the rest of us, but there's definitely something a little bit more something a little bit more strange about you. Perhaps one of the more celestial planes, perhaps not entirely sure which. I'm not particularly experienced with doing this without the apparatus, but something a little more connected.
So are you looking for like, did you try it on Logan and then like you're looking for the same one as Logan has, or what's the control here?
And what do the colors mean? Like, do the colors tell you like what planes or things are from?
More or less, yes. The initial color is more just confirming your own magical capabilities to make sure that we don't get the signals muddled. And then the second burst is then the connections to any other planes that you might have, and they're very much color coded, yes. And indeed, yes, a lot of us haven't dealt with this stranger planes, so Logan was indeed the control group.
So
He
this
was
probably
not
came up
pleased about
before,
it.
but
Oh, boy.
what are their names?
There's a small collection of individuals here. There's Truck, who is a dragonborn orc.
Sorry.
Sedacy.
Wait, did you say truck?
Truck. Yes.
Okay.
Kind of. Just with a rolled R.
Okay.
Trak.
And you said
Which makes it sounds a lot
Dragonborn
like dragon.
orc?
Yes.
Okay.
Dragonborn orc. The individual that you were speaking to was Suzanne, who's just kind of your mostly bog standard human. And there is another individual as well who is kind of a at first glance, like a passing glance, would be Dwarvish, but she's definitely also got signs of a gnomish lineage as well. Just some differences in the facial structures. And she was Takan.
One of these actually let Mara hug them. Because
Susan,
you know what
probably.
happened.
Suzanne. Yeah.
Okay, just Suzanne. Okay.
Suzanne. The other two would be like, who the fuck are you?
We just met you.
And this is crazy. Yeah. That is basically the response of most of the NPCs through this campaign so far. It's like, we just met. This is wild. Why are you hugging me?
So Mara would insight check the other two as we're going and talking. 15
Sure thing.
for that.
Yeah, they both seem a bit less experienced with travel on the road than Susanna's, but other than that, they seem genuine. Seem like they're actually here just to, do a job. Nothing suspicious.
I don't know, but for some reason, when you say that, it makes me suspicious.
You are welcome
Nothing
to
suspicious.
harbor whatever suspicious, whatever suspicions you may wish to harbor. But yeah, the rest of the ride, unless there's any other questions you'd like to ask, the rest of the ride will go completely uneventfully. Yeah, we can go ahead and jump on the road here. So the good news about having a ranger in your party is you move double speed in most terrains.
Yay.
So this is a definitely a faster journey than the first time you came this way. Still though,
We are going
Navi,
to stop in Genzo, though.
sure thing.
Letting everyone know. We're stopping in Genzo.
We're stopping in
Navi,
Genza.
as the general navigator of the group, go ahead and roll me a survival check. Please.
Heard. I have expertise in that, everybody.
Ayo.
Wait.
Did you roll a 1?
It was either a natural 20 or a natural 1.
I got a natural 20 for a total of 30.
Jesus.
Okay.
We're there
But
now.
we go 4 times as fast. We hit Genzo by nightfall.
You're like, oh,
yeah.
it takes us like it took us like a week to get there. And I was like, get where? Genzo, we're literally here right now.
We were actually here yesterday. Like we've slept.
I've
since
never heard
then.
of this place, but that sign says Genzo.
Okay, so, yeah, your travel goes without any issue, and you can indeed stop off in Janezo if you do so wish.
I need some smoothies. and to play with the birds.
I see. Okay.
I was like, Rejuve smoothies?
No,
Yeah, that's
regular
what I
smoothies.
No, I understand now. I get it.
Okay.
That was
All
just
right.
And
happening.
Adam hugs, and I need some Adam hugs.
Wow. Our hugs aren't good enough, team.
Listen, she can't go see her mom, so Adam's the next best thing.
Is Adam the party uncle?
Might be at this point.
I think so.
Don't worry, I don't know who Adam is either.
Adam's the new Sally. Who the fuck is Sally?
Well, since Adam is Sally's dad, one of her dads.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fits. Yeah, so arriving in Janesville, for those of you who have already been here, you find a very different town than you had left off. Thriving and bustling with production. There's a lot of new buildings that are in the midst of being constructed, that are already being worked out of. Crates of the worm lube, as someone put it. The well, you dug this grave for yourselves.
I did not. Oh, whoa! I did nothing. I got here and people were like
the royal you.
People were like warm lube and worm boob. Why? Why do we?
Worm excretion, also referred to as excrement at one point.
Which it most certainly is not.
It's
It is
not excrement.
not excrement.
Excretion, yeah.
Excretion and excrement, 2 different things.
2 very different, yes. But I mean, it's close.
Listen, we did a good job making sure that this town would thrive.
They're thriving, they're sparkling, they're shimmering with
Yes.
excretion.
They are. There are just like crates of like partially packed or fully packed ones. They all have these little cute logos that have been very clearly like hand drawn into it of a small kind of like cutesy childlike worm that seems to be on this small kind of hill that is just like zooming straight down. The kind of mixture of like greens and reds in the colorations. And yeah, stepping you then into the town proper. It looks like most of the industry is kind of kept on the outskirts. The town itself in the center seems to be just how you would have remembered seeing it. For those of you that have been here, for those of you that haven't, Janesville is just a quaint little town. Really more of a hamlet. It's actually quite a small area. Not a lot of people living here. Very simple, basic, cheap houses. It would be kind of unremarkable for the most part. if it wasn't the only settlement. There's another one a little further up the road, but there's a bit more of a gap between settlements here. So, yeah, there is one house that Hiroki and Nami you could both see ahead that's a little more decorated, a little more colorful. Kind of looks like almost a very kind of like 80s cottage British grandma. There's a lot of like decorations and colors around the outside, a lot of random knickknacks that have kind of been displayed. And what little you can see of the inside, even from this distance, and sections of the outside, this house is covered in birds. Covered in birds. For those of you who have been here before, Adam's repertoire has clearly grown after some chatters with the party. As you step up inside, you can still see a lot of the colored birds and parrots and things that you would have seen before. But the outside now has a collection of sparrows and blue jay-esque birds and a few corvids that seem to be just coexisting, just relaxing and enjoying the space together. And you can see speckles of seeds that have been what was once in a small little bird feed is now just kind of spread across the floor, and even sections of the roof where they've kind of been thrown up and across. You see, as you step forwards through the window, this larger silhouette kind of tottering around, and a very, very sweet but very out of tune discordant humming coming from the building. Someone trying their best.
That one's gonna
Bar
take.
goes up to the door,
I'm
just
sorry.
throws it open.
That one's gonna take a deep, steadying, calming, peaceful breath.
Jack's crawling around the side where she stayed before. And so she's just going to go right to where Adam let her sleep last time and just be in the mud there.
I think now he looks at Hiroki. No, it's okay. I don't know what's going on either.
I don't know, but I feel we should say hello to the birds. That's usually a good start.
Yeah, no, we should. I'll do that with you. I don't know what else is happening. Everyone
really-
yells at me for rushing in. They just. I don't know what
I don't know. But
I mean, Dawn hasn't
I
rushed
also
in.
can't talk to
She's
birds, but-
she's still with you. Just if you can say hello to the outside birds, you can
I'm gonna
also
do
say
that.
hello to the inside birds. I feel like there are going to be a lot more inside birds than the last time we were here.
Where are we, darling?
Oh yeah, and Mara tells Shikari they are not for hunting. These birds are off limits.
Turn around and just see Shikari. Ah.
No.
So remember when we told you about the Worm Queen? You know how we keep talking about this Worm Queen?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the town that's benefiting from the Worm Queen.
Oh, this is one.
She lives here?
Well, she doesn't live here. She lives more. And then, like, no one's gonna gesture to the ground.
Well, yeah, she's a worm.
Here.
That would make more sense.
So, like, she lives in the ground here.
Nearby. Close enough.
Oh, okay. That doesn't really explain the trees with the birds, but no, it's okay. Do you have to like go say hi to your friends? I'm going to talk to some birds.
We could say, if you want some really fruity smoothies, you are welcome to come inside.
They are so cold. Why don't
That
you
sounds
just?
delicious.
I just like to eat the fruit. They are so cold, and you put the sugar.
Some people like smoothies. Mara, I think, is craving smoothies and hugs.
Yes, Mara's already inside.
Oh,
She
yeah.
left
I
you
can
all.
supply hugs too.
Mara threw open the door and was like, Adam!
If you would like a really good hug from a very huggable person, I think that was just gonna gesture towards the door.
Okay. I'll say hello to the birds, even though I don't think they can understand me. But I'll say hello to them first and then go in.
I think they can understand you.
They can?
I don't
But
know.
I can't
They're
speak
more
to
intelligent.
animals.
They're more intelligent than you may think.
Do I use common or should I use like a different language?
Well, I mean, if there are corvids around, right? You said corvids. It doesn't matter what language you use. They'll understand you. Don't, I think it's common knowledge for everyone. Don't piss off crows.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's always a bad idea.
Just be nice. Just be nice.
Which is why I
Yeah.
have to say hello to the birds. Otherwise, I can't, go in. Because that would be rude.
You know, I never thought of giving the birds gifts before entering the house.
Oh, we're supposed to have gifts? Ah. I don't think I have
Now
any
he's
shiny
walking over to a
things.
group of birds with like a fucking silver piece that she found on the ground. And fully intends to just gossip with these birds. I will let other people talk to their whoever this NPC is. I don't know.
Hiroki's gonna look for something shiny. Realize he doesn't actually carry shiny things really that are not like money.
Hiroki, you are shiny.
Yes, but I don't want the birds taking me. I'm not offering myself as a gift. I just
Kimmy rolls a new character. It's like, sorry, I'm the birds now. Hiroki was a gift. I will roll a new character. No, it is okay. You can give them this, and I Hiroki my last gold piece. I have other stuff birds like. It's okay. I talk to birds all the time.
okay, but hello birds. My name's Hiroki. Hope you'll accept this and you'll be my friend. Leaves.
One of the birds, like, little head pops up. You very clearly see the quick black and white blur of a magpie grab the piece and hide back behind the house.
Wow.
I'm gonna go in with the other people if that's okay, but I just wanted to say hello first. Walks up to the door and knocks. Hello?
I think the door might already be open, depending on
The
what
door's
Mara
open.
has
I think
said.
Mara
It
was very
open.
much
threw the door
us-
open.
It was
Yeah, even
very
if the
much
door's
a
open.
Okay,
He's
just
gonna walk up to the door.
politely knocking to the side.
knock
Got
on it from
Just
the
wanted
outside.
just wanted to clarify. Good.
Mara running in was very much a Serena from Sailor Moon, just and running across the floor and tackling Adam.
There's some of the birds that immediately kind of like duck to the side and take a look towards you. Some of them like fully clear out of the way. Some of them are just like, whatever. As you run in, and do you actually tackle?
Yes.
Okay. you, you go ahead, run up, tackle. Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
16. That's pretty good since
my
strength is her
God.
dump stat.
Hugs
With
use
his
different strength
modifiers, he
than
rolled a
strength.
15. So yeah, you do indeed get there and tackle him, and he kind of staggers for a moment. You hear a I want you, come on. Don't hand me your rapscallion. He looks down and just grabs you with one arm, pulls you up like off your feet, and just like and wraps their arms around you and squeezes you tight.
Party uncle.
You notice a slight difference in his appearance. Looks a little more clean shaven than before, I guess. Facial hair's a little neater than before. The hair itself is been cut and is kind of far kind of like shorter now with a styled front in a very kind of like presentable manner, but easy to handle. Their clothing itself is a little more of like a gardener's attire at this point. Very kind of like thick, resistant clothing. And as you go to tackle them, there's like a little bit of soil and like dirt and seeds that hits the ground as they kind of chuckle, pull you up, hug you tight, look towards you with a big smile.
Oh, I needed this so badly.
Pulls you back up and looks back towards the door. Just, your friend?
Yep, that's Hiroki.
Hello.
All right.
So how you
Alright.
been?
I just stands there, arms outstretched towards Hiroki, just, well.
Oh, okay. Walks up and gives him a hug.
You get the biggest, tightest hug from this individual, and they hold you there for a little longer than is required, perhaps, before they kind of let you go and just, you're a shiny one.
Just a little.
How'd you meet this lot?
There was a cat involved.
Reaches out, places a hand on your shoulder, just, there always is. There always is.
Speaking of cats, this is Shikari.
Arms outstretched for a moment and just, do you do the do you do the hugs? Do you do the pauses, kind of like tilts the head for a moment, just that's fine. I'll give you treats with some layers. It's fine. It's fine. Did you lose everyone else?
I think like
Or
Jack
just-
Granite's whole head will pop in from like the back door, like, is it okay if I use the fertilizer that's out here, or were you saving that for something?
Oh, no. Go ahead. Oh,
Okay.
it's a pleasure to see you again.
And then goes back to the outside.
Jawan is outside, I think. Aridin and Orin have gone their own ways. Speaking of, have you heard from Soup and Sally?
Actually, funnily enough,
It sounded like you said soup and salad.
That is now their ship name, Soup and Salad.
where did I? Oh, of course. Acorn, give me a hand, will you? As I say that, there's a small flapping of this small brown owl that lifts up away from its perch and takes like lands on a little perch right next to the desk and takes a moment to look around and look around and look around until they find exactly what they're looking for, and suddenly like pack forwards with this little piece of paper that's like slightly crumpled, pick it up in their mouth and just kind of hop over. Just, thank you, thank you. It's been a while. Yeah, this is the one. They said they were traveling up by the pole for a little bit since any of us last heard of them, but they seem to be fine. They seem to be safe. They've spoken to whoever they need to speak to, and something seems to be happening. But I didn't pry. I didn't ask for details. But yes, they seem to be just standing.
That's good. I always worry when friends are not near.
Glad to see you're all still kicking as well. Getting up to mischief.
Oh, my mischief.
Feel like there's a guffaw from outside. I don't know if she. I don't know
By
if
the
she
way,
heard that.
Naui, are you gonna come meet Adam?
This bird was just telling me a very fascinating story. Adam, do you not wash your hair?
Not always.
No, he starts laughing, goes back to talking like a fucking bird.
Slicks back his hair for a moment. Just,
I think it looks very dapper.
I'm working a lot these days, so I can't always. It's a bit. So that's Naui. They're a character.
I think Dallin would.
They're from the Vale, and from what I can tell, everyone from the Vale is a character.
That sounds like some kind of like secret organization.
Yeah, I think Dallin would walk in at that like beginning conversation. It sort of is. You'll visit the Vale when you need to, or the Vale will come to you when you need it to.
Seems incredibly cryptic.
That's how we feel anytime the Vale is mentioned.
Cool. I don't need to know anything else about it. And they begin like packing up that letter and folding it again and placing it down. It's not a very good fold job.
So the eggs haven't hatched yet, but they're close.
That's good. Was a little worried that perhaps they wouldn't, but that's good. That's good. That's really good to hear. Drink?
Yes.
Drinks?
I'll take 2, please.
2. All right, cool. Hiroki, was it?
Yeah. That's me.
Drink?
Yes.
Wonderful. I have been saving something for just this occasion. And steps away around this like small corner into a very small kitchen area. Begins pulling out some tools and squishing some fruits and vegetables together and going through the usual process of Adam's smoothies here. Things have been interesting since you've been gone. We've got a bit of an arrangement with what was he called her back then? Her worminess, I think it was.
Her worminess?
I think it was. Yes.
Yeah.
She hates that name. But we found that out the hard way. But yeah, everything seems to be on the up and up. Things are obviously starting a bit slow. We're try to find buyers, and trading has been a bit difficult considering, we're a country without a leader and both of our cities are currently empty. Only so much you can do, really.
Well, we're working on it.
So are we. Trying to keep things moving as best we can. What does bring you back this way, anyway?
We're headed up to what's the town called? Because I can never remember.
Yilton.
Yeah, we're headed over there because animals are doing weird stuff. So we're gonna go check it out.
Have you
Oh.
heard anything regarding strange animal-like behavior? Have the birds?
At this point, Jack will come in
Anything.
covered in dirt with a bunch of birds like everywhere, and then just like stand like in the room to listen.
Like
Sorry, I really hope they asked before they just. That's.
Oh
that's
no, it's
really,
good.
really
I
bad.
wanted this. It's good. It's fine.
And that's fine then. Yeah. I've not necessarily heard as much as seen, or perhaps a lack of seeing. What few traders we used to get this way, at the very least, have certainly dwindled in number recently, or have come through warning about aggressive attacks. What used to be just a couple of people in a small, small trading outfit are now almost these small caravans that go across with their own guards and goodness knows what. From what I understand, there's still a bit of trade across the border itself. The druids to the north of Yilton still have, things that they need to go ahead and trade for. So there's still people that cross through the gateway and still enter the Deadlands, but even that number's beginning to dwindle from what I've heard. Thankfully, we're getting some assistance from neighboring Parthan, trying to help keep us going. Whether that's for their own benefit or whether that's for ours, I don't know. But we're doing all right. We're not starving. So that's good.
Not having crops attacked by worms will do that.
Yeah, weirdly enough. Unfortunately, it seems like we've traded one angry animal for another. Yeah, not a whole lot of information, unfortunately. Just a lot of people saying, "Hey, we're charging you double for your wares now." We're like, "Oh, all right, fine." Lots of angry beasties. That's all I've got. Oh, and I got this, and it's handing out the smoothies to everyone. Hands 2 to 1.
What kind of smoothie is this again?
Oh,
Was it-
this one I've been holding on to for a little bit. You see, I managed to, when the last caravan came through, get a hold of some star fruit, and very, very, very hard to get a hold of. But if you mix it just right, makes a wonderful smoothie.
Excellent. Is Noe outside? I'll be right back.
Chirping like a bird.
She can come in.
Chirping
you
like a
know.
bird.
She doesn't have to, like, there's birds in here as well if she wants conversation, but she doesn't have to stay outside.
I feel like Dawn's gonna like cock an ear towards the door and just hears Nawi chirping like a bird. I think she's deep in conversation right now, but I will let her know there are more birds in here. Everywhere.
That's fair. The ravens tend to be chatterboxes.
The blue jays especially.
Oh yes. Oh, and for the rest of you as well, starfruit smoothies. And...
Just downs hers. She's so happy.
It's good to hear you're safe regardless.
Yeah, it's been a
Good to
time.
see-
It's been a
Good to see you got
time.
new friends in tow as well. It's always
Yes.
nice to see a new face.
Which is good.
Not much else to report, I'm afraid. But not entirely sure what the roads are like. But if you want to stick around for lunch or something, I mean, I've got to get back to work eventually. But I can spare a bit of time to whip up a nice cheese board or something.
So good. So good. Sounds perfect.
Wonderful. All right. Well, go ahead and get yourselves comfortable. Hiroki, if the birds start to bother you, just tell them to leave you alone, and they'll listen.
Noted.
They're well trained enough. And Hannah will smile and wander back into the kitchen and begin preparing a lunch for you. You can spend the next little while resting your feet here, catching up with a few of the other towns members and all of that kind of thing, as you prepare for the next leg of your journey here. That's what we'll go ahead and wrap up the session for today. Next time we will jump in and see how the rest of your travel goes and see what you can find out about this current situation.
Wait, before we end, Dawan's just going to thrust this starfruit smoothie into Naoi's hands. Take a sip.
You can't understand bird, right?
No. Unless
Good.
I...
All she says is drinking the smoothie.
I'm so tempted to cast Speak with Animals.
Oh, it doesn't matter now.
I know.
Conversation's over.
It's over.
Conversation's over.
I missed out on all of the hot goss.
I mean, you could ask. Who knows? Maybe they're gossipy birds.
No, it's not.
Next session is just everyone casting Speak with Animals going, okay, so what were you talking about?
Yeah, I decided I was talking about this bird because I realized it wouldn't matter to anyone but me and my story in my head. And this joke here at the end.
Watch the next interlude be Naui talking to birds.
And Naui and the
Hey,
birds.
I'm fucking ready.
Naui's feathered friends. Just
How many games can I make DMs do bird voices in?
Well, all the
Oh my
birds
gosh.
have like names that are like fruits. The ones inside, they're multicolored.
indeed.
And then apparently there's Acorn the owl now.
Indeed. Alrighty. Cool. Let's go ahead and give everyone a quick chance to plug what they want to plug and all of that good stuff before we go ahead and peace out for the evening. Why don't we start with Rochelle?
Hi, I'm Rochelle, Dragon Gem here on Twitch, the Dragon Gem on Twitter, Dragon Gem on Hive, if you use that app. I stream on my own channel on Sunday afternoons at 3 Mountain Time. I play lots of puzzle games. Right now I'm playing Shadows Over Loathing, which is a sequel to West of Loathing, and it's been really fun. So you guys should come by and hang out. All proceeds from my channel are donated to local animal shelters in my area. And Twitch finally got them added to their little charities list, so you can donate directly using the little Twitch button, which is great. But yeah, that's me.
us.
Hello, I am Ellis, also known as So Much Geek on Instagram, Twitter, and also Hive. I make things and upload them to my store sometimes, and I paint stuff and do embroidery and sometimes sew things. I do things and I post it when I do sometimes. So check them out.
Really good embroidery.
Yay, thank you.
Jesse volunteered.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Hello, I'm Jessie Jahoos the Moose on social medias, including Hive. We're all plugging Hive tonight. I also do art things, and I recently updated my Behance, which has a link on all of the social media. There's a link on all my social medias if you want to check it out, where I uploaded nice, large, high quality pictures of the Magnus Archives merch that I did. Sorry, my brain stuttered. So yeah, I do art things. Check them out.
Akemi.
Hi, I'm Akemi, Ninja Penguin AM, wherever it exists online, which at the moment is not yet Hive, but most other social medias, I do exist there. I make games, I play games, I do stuff. Find out what I do and by following me on any of my social medias where I exist. Again, I do not exist on Hive yet. I may or may not. We'll see when they get browser availability. I guess off to Austin or back to Ray.
Go, Austin.
What's up? Me.
It's you. You're
It's
next.
me. Hey, my name is Austin. Pronouns are he, they, she. I play Naui, I played Naui, her pronouns are she, they. You can find me over on Twitter and Hive at Sailor Scott Austin. It's at Sailor SCT Austin. It's the best way to figure out what I am up to at any given day, time, month, week, year. I am chronically on social media, so I'm probably talking about whatever I'm thinking and or doing. Even if it's not relevant or something you'll ever get to see, like going to Costco the day before Thanksgiving.
How was that adventure? Oh boy.
Bad. To be fair, I forgot. I was just there to get normal Costco things and was like, this parking lot's busy, and went inside and said, oh no.
At least you didn't go on Friday.
Oh,
True.
That would have been
God.
even worse.
But that's it for me, sports fans. Back to you, Ray.
Me. As always, follow these wonderful people. Support them in all that they do. Yeah, hi, I'm Ray. You can find me at Red Mage Ray on Twitter, and I also did the Hive Exodus, so I am also on Hive under Red Mage Ray. I am your humble GM for the Might of Martyr. A little bit tired and scatterbrained, and my voice started giving out, but hey, I'm still here. I hope that everyone still had fun. Yeah, you can find me in a few other places, mostly doing either upfront stuff or behind the scenes here at Friends Who Roll Dice. I am also sporadically on a few other channels, kind of in the middle of projects that are kind of starting and ending and guest spots at the moment. So just follow me on social media. That's the best way to find out what I'm doing. And a whole bunch of stuff that I'm still waiting on permission to share about. So we'll see whether that eventually happens. I feel like I've been saying that for the last year and a half, 2 years, but it really has just been a slow turning of gears where it's like any day now. Any day now. It'll happen one day. But yeah, that's me. With that, we're going to go ahead and spread the love and send that love that you've shared with us elsewhere. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Hope to see you next week for more shenanigans with the Hinge Blasters. And yeah, stay hydrated, stay medicated, wear your masks, all that good stuff, and keep moving forward. And we'll go ahead and see you next week. Take care now. Bye.